Hi, Aneko. You can do that. Finish up a few things and then to go here. How's your day been, Oneko? Um, Decided to. Oh, I should have added that to the title. The MSQ. What level is this going to be? Level 50 MSQ. Mm. SQ. Does that work? Yep. Delta, it pleases me to see you. Well. Excuse me for interrupting, Delta. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand why you didn't want to receive him. Usual Totoro, please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, my lady. Ever since we defeated Gaius von Valsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, this of the world has followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of the riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Totoro was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant in his ilk. Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the size of Santon, was the goal of serving Azoria, not the interests of individual Azorians. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers, patronage could empower us to do greater good, admit they will not warrant greater consideration. Our Delphine colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I didn't mean to burden you so. Yet my urge to share this dilemma would not be wholly misguided. Might I impose you consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on the matter. Let's see. Yes, you're told. Recall our meeting with the Admiral shortly after Lemontine sent word of summoning Titan. Let me have you recall the words to our host. It said that on Tomorrow that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and the Beastman had justly responded that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke in short the truth. And therefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Lemencia, I felt no compulsion to allow Lementians to distort the facts of the fit narrative which justified their actions and absolve them of guilt. Upon the subject, Mufuni can expect a similar reply. Our mainly dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the past contemplates would see us relinquish it entirety. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have the power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. Then we interested to know. There's a growing belief amongst the refugees of Alamigo that could be liberated if only Assigns would commit their strength to their cause. Yet there is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Delta. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where there leads is far from clear. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Pablo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad if some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandoning your principle nice, you know? Of course she says that. None of us can deny what benefit from more sport, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I'll ask count the number of times I've had to explain to people that our legions need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are sorcerers for Gil, we might as well declare fealty to Uda. No, and I'm done with. I'm quite sure you would enjoy the bribes. And now, 'tis a powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prejudice dictate those who power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other receiveth over on their hilt. Alas, we have no luxury of time to decipher our petitioner's machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defy and defeat to rise upon the fall of province once more. Doubt not they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor then we shall be ones to meet them. The secret challenge shall be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few and fortune so finite. Hmm. Oh, what does he have? Oh, this is continuing this. Well, I'm not gonna do it right now. Yeah, I know that's what I realized once I read the title. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have been given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem to reach a different conclusion. Mayhap it's time I made my feelings known to the academic. Come along, Delta. Often, Delta's honest. Inside console and shall have it for the signs of Sir Dawn must leave all door. We must do what? As long as we remain in Rodalan territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We demonstrate our capabilities, and the syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetherite. They know full well how to benefit one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied unless we cooperate. If Jal is no longer Sula, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and place our border in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Modana! Robert's told, to be precise, it lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of additional benefit, also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Odal and her people over the years, but I truly believe this is the best course of action. As yourself has observed, we have invaluable ties to local community, forged throughout the years concentrated effort to Odal. Odal is our home, Elfina. To cast aside everything we have built and start new in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make. Antecedent. I will ask that you recall the shared purpose which, when we first moved us to found the science of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of 12 era there. We aspire to ideal you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than comrades in arms. Very much feeling they'll be all off. I'm sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to. It's most generous, but no, I've left them in the hands of men better suited to sustain. I cannot very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the order, after all. I guess, yeah, so I'll just take the one for tank. Yeah. The one that I think I cleared all that out. I accepted them all and finished them all, I'm pretty sure. What about it? Hmm. Should I accept this quest then? Because if they're gonna if they do end up moving, will I lose out on the quests here? Should I just accept all these? Okay. Hi, Rose. So this one is definitely better to take one of these and then just turn it in. Because this, yeah, 300 gil, these are better. So, yeah, I'm gonna take one of those. And then just turn them in. What about it? Evil Daw? Has it truly come to this? Huh? Oh, Delta. Pray attend to Alphanode. He's engaged in some business or other that requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphanode waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my retainers sometimes have come with some of them sometimes. Found it. She knows what must be done, and she still hesitates, all because of these fanciful rumors. Yeshua Sulaim, Wilfina's mother, well, adopted mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Philomena was her name. Though you may know her better as a songstress of Ul'dah, she was a performer of singular talent, and much beloved by the people of Azoria, not to mention a certain Charlayan minstrel. As you may imagine, news of her husband was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Melfina too struggled to first accept the truth, but as Philomena, Philomen's absence stretched from months into years, she saw there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate, for whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Philemon is alive and well. One of our informants, Falar Ilod, has sent word that a woman matching Sancher's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubts that any worries that now plague Milfina's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth to La Nocia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with the Master Gigarudu of the veracity of these rumors. We got to the water. We'll be back in a minute. Let me just teleport to La Nocia first, though. Just teleport to where I have to go. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I am back. Just had to get my water. Hmm? Yeah. Sweet sirens, sand. My Mikote moves. Why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane, I mean Delta. What brings you to my humble resort? Fellow, you mean? Tell me the gods made flesh who dwelt among us until very recent was the songstress of Udal Egged's woman. If I had known, I would have chained her to my bed of hosts never early. How for shame to think she now plies her trade for riffraff off to the west or whatever she said she was going to do. A tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, you said, thank you, Master. They were show us her as well. They said that any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks, see if anyone has may have knowledge spare. But it's most appreciated if you could travel on the Mind Port and do the same. Sit down to save your wine part. So what do we owe the pleasure? Ah yes, we did pursue a customer matching that scrimmage. She was a lot to behold. To give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly. No choice but to eject her from the promise interfering with the tasting, you understand. If she's your car, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Oh no. She's gonna be like undead or something. Hey, want to see what I seen before the last one in your phone? I wish I hadn't seen any last of that description, and you for blood long, except in yourself, of course. I'm assuming that dialogue's different if you're playing as a guy. No, I mean the one where he's like hasn't seen like whatever like. What's the general thing he says to you then if you're playing as a guy? Do you remember? Like not exact wording, but uh, oh well. I see you have had my grand adventure since last we spoke, Delta. You must share them with me sometimes. The girl from a little while ago, one does not forget perfume like that. So raw and intoxicating, yet simultaneously so raw and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Robinson of bloom, native to these parts, in fact. This is as much as we spoke. She complimented my power of observation, asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south to Raincatcher Gully, and then head east across the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent you see. If you make haste, you might yet find her there. Yeah. Oh, I think so. I don't really. You a ghost or something? I mean, you're a stranger. I didn't know my antiquities had aroused the Gower's ire until it's too late. But oils can be used to make perfume, you see, and I. Mm-hmm. Herm, I don't. Who are you? What do you serve? It appears we have found the one. Consider me impressed, my friend. The soldiers, the dollar from, I assume, Rufina, or I should say, Asilla is looking for you. Asilla? If you are the future of our health, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude this was by design. The question is why. Not everyone who endeavored to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You please know I fully intend to reveal myself to feel when the time is right. No. Well, that does please me more than you know, but tell me, sojourns in the forest of La Nocia aside, when exactly will be the right time? When I deem it so. You imagine I travel all this way on the whim? As I was telling you, you're such a party to your intrusion. I came here to harvest these flowers to fuse perfume. Does that sound your curiosity? Or would you to me? My apologies to your instrument. Anyway, now that we have that which, might we continue the conversation in a safer local? What part to say? Okay, so she's not a ghost or something like that. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce imagine what emotions will go through Fionn's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Um, it doesn't really matter which one I take because I'm not keeping it. Whatever, I'll just take this one. So what is this used for? Uh, it's used in some special recipes. Well, that's definitely going on my retainer since it's just a door from the wind. Just the wind. What? Wait, what? I'm so confused on what you mean. I what? I was just talking about no, I heard a sound, but it was just the door. No, I was talking about because the door moved a little, like bounced a little, but it's just because of the wind. Min Minfila. But yeah, did you ever see the neuro clip I sent you? There's also another one that I put in the Discord that was pretty funny. Yeah, there's one that I sent you, and then one that I put under funny videos that I found in the Discord. So if you ever get a chance, check those out. All right. Sure, I'll take defending one. You said my daughter, what does that Vesperbraeus? I've kept waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next try. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood, come with me. It would be a pleasure to escort you to Walking Sands. It just brings me here. That's nice. It's always nice when a quest brings you right to where you need to go. Mm-hmm. Again, see how I guessed. Hmm? Lemon? Lemon? Still. Aww. I haven't seen her like this in years, Delta. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away so long? The Imperials came for me, as I knew they always would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Estella. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Blessed perfume you remembered. How could I ever forget? You were all the time. If I ever less thought of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anyone. You must have gone for so much trouble. And that trouble, my darling. To me, I fear I cannot say for Delta, however. I could have made it without her. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Delta. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamagan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Oldal. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lemon who took care of me. Then she raised me as her own and taught me everything I needed to know how to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of history. I fear I failed to grasp their implications. It's clear there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. Your first lessons to me concerned mine, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was extremely proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lemon as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there is a loss. Why are you returning it to me? Something miss? Nothing's missed. Quite the opposite. I need your words how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed. You have made me so proud that the words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've come, the many things you've done, I cannot help but think you have much yet to, and what that may entail. Essel Odar, you cannot stay here anymore. You and your sons must leave Oda. Lan, you built it once, Essel. You can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Julie? Hold on, what the hell is that? What was that sound? Off on him. Time has come for the science to leave Vesper Bay. Hold on. I'm gonna be right back. The time has come for the Science to leave Vesper Bay. Oh shoot. Just realized I didn't actually... Oops. Forgot to actually switch it back in OBS. Oops. Oopsie. Which all Section Taylor and Reverence told as you proposed. Much work lies ahead. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Balasin. Prepare to begin at once. Like this. It is well and good that we found ourselves a new home in our Orphan's Toll, but there is much to do in so little time. Our first step is to secure the cooperation of the Ventures Guild's representatives there. Without the Guild's considerable effort in original Cape Orphan's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause they may be. Whatever I ask, I shall not begrudge it. The people plain we need more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks such as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need to concern yourself with such a matter antecedent. Really fun? If any concern my for anything, you should matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. Estimate that you might instead concern with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might be best entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed missionary of the Ventures Guild at Reverence Toll? His honor, and upon receiving word of your intelligence from Master Alpha, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that associations at Reverence Toll hold the signs in Seventh Dawn in high regards, and we should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If please, I would do so. It does. Madam, unless I was mistaken, you are the one known as Delta. Are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance? Southbourne spoke of in most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Galarian castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate and fewer would still survive. You shall always be welcome in Reverend Stoll. We hope you favor us with your presence again ere long. Well, assuming your petition proceeds, you Delta, mayhap I should dispatch you to Reverend Stoll with haste, as first intended. For that, I dare say you earn yourself rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us and for me. We'll speak again and on. Take care till then. Delta, were you able to get some rest? I've asked you to come up with me to Solar. Elfina just returned. It would seem there is something that he would like to share with us. You hear good. I come bearing news. Negotiations are concluded. And our friends at Eventually have agreed to furnish us with a new facility and material supports in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Raven's Toll. The Science of Sendal shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. The bittersweet victory is truthful. I cannot deny I had come to look forward to Totoro's tale of how many gets of our many guests and their many demands. From what can stand to Rising Stones, possibly poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I tell you, news share. In exception of the Monument Day, I personally informed the alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Rahoban included. Moreover, I decided that time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Auror's veil of secret and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that's wise? Answer that. If anything, it's merely a formula. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Azoria. Let us affirm our identity and proclaim our achievement, that all may know that what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obviously, risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And all the people have the right to know who saved them. It's my hope this gesture will encourage people at Azoria to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them a true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so, it will show them that this power is accountable to no one, and to one, and once to all. And what of us? We helped harmless and face down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say prepare this for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Mm-hmm. Great. Hey, and we'll recognize them every time and time again, united as one. Maybe there's so much, but there is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I could ask Phil to teach me some basic mining too. You ever wonder how he does it? Alpha Knight, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear in missionary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Surely, his sense of time rivals even your own. Saying such mysteries aside for present, I have a task for you. I'd like you to deliver these documents to Slothborn. This concerns our forthcoming move to take care of the road, and represent us well, Delta. Those are done, so Single one. Mm. Sure. Sure. So. Uh, Why isn't that? I was so expect sign, but I didn't expect it to be you. Has been far too long, Delta. You have something for me? Yes. Let's see. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while. Yes. Without we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just have to get you do the work of a dozen men. I jest. Yeah, whatever. Don't care. Just grab one of them. Now let's go see. What is this quest over here? Yeah, that's what it is. Well, can't do that right now. I guess. Yeah, I don't have an next door thing, so desynthesize. Oh. Yeah, use some of these and a dark steel nugget. Well, I'll take the dark steel nugget. Oh, wow. Get a bunch of stuff for this. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Ha, what a jest. You can appreciate the important moments such yourself has little time for menial tasks, but since you may have been keen on looking around the sides of the new home, see that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies, and food to drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be heard about the realm. It may get a bit rash this time, but I imagine it'll be a good place to any recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Is that you, Delta? I'm sorry to go ahead and by urgent news. We received grim tidings from Virginia. It appears our aid is required once more. I must ask you to report back to Walking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite alright, friend? I can't say I'm privy to details, but it would appear that this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries. You can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to your most pressing matters. Messenger from Twin Otter came to walk to Sands while you were in Mardana. I wasn't privy to conversation with the Antic, but I did see the look on her face after her leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that still summoned Groot again, or mayhap Imperial forces have been studying the shroud? Whatever it might be, it's absolutely certain nothing you can handle. Now go ask Dan if there's anything you can do. This day will come, yet I pray not so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal or entity resembling one has been summoned to Gordinia. The arrival is customary timely, Delta. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. The talents will be needed ere long. There is truth to be sufficient in this filmer foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Uranger says, the readings bear strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I hope Muggles guard beyond such follies. Suffice to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Friends have been requested by Commander Hooks to see the way that thee at Adler's Nest. Pray you hasten Gardenia and probably I'll roll a rendezvous with you. There, may you walk in the light of the crystal. All right. Pleasure to see you always, Lieutenant Lavenna. And thank you for coming so swiftly. I could think of no more qualified but we're getting ahead of ourselves, so let me explain. Mm. Hey. Hmm. The Mughal Kublai visited Asternas to request an audience with Elder Caesar. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Mughal kind, one which would imperil the entire 12 wood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to ourselves, and we will have you reprise the role of our dealings with the Mughals. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Koop himself. He waits within the elder seats here at a lotus stand. Signs have already. May I show you in? I fish here. No, never mind. I cannot. You have to stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad, Mughals, Koopa. They're just misguided. A gentle, no firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuko. Can you not see she hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? By the sins, pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you've come, Delta. And upon such short notice, truly, Gardenia could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you're doubtless eager to know wherefore we summon you. Our friend Kuko has brought us news of most excellent development. It would seem that good King Mogul Mag 12 has returned to Azoria. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I cannot myself say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Mughal mythology. People here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, the Mughals served the gods in heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, imaginatively spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupa. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became disconnected and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So good King Mughal 12, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that time had come to leave Kuba. The realm of man would suffice, he said, and so all Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Mughal 12 made it, and may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, but he had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. They nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that's how Mughals came to this land. All of us except good King Mughal XII. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone remained in heaven so that Mughal kind might know at last no peace. Except that he does not remain in heavens, from what I understand. That being reason for contacting us, yes. But he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Reminded me again what the problem was with him returning to Azoria. The problem, Yuta, lies in the fact that he was summoned. Is there really that good King Mughal is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in summoning of their gods? Wait, you're saying a handful of Muggles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Grudo humbled and the old woman destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take such drastic measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last hectic Israel has been brought to the very brink of destruction, only be spared at the last by heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved the tempest and survived by virtue of your own strength, the latest period of peace was doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who do not have power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. Think the Moosguard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. The fear is driven to call upon the greater power. Only the belief can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Moosguard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Moogle Mog 12, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love. They've started to get a little carried away, Koopa. Verging a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summon Ramu, you mean? We cannot just call her this entity is influencing the Mongols somewhere or similar to that problem. We share the same concern. Well, whatever the king may be, is our belief to pose this threat, not only to Wuhan but the Grenada, so to do what we do, she should confront Goku and drive him from our midst. Humbly I do thank you. The century of Mongols surrounding their liege lord is concealed by magical words, but Lord Isume and the conjure skill will doubtless be able to offer insight on how you might dispel it. Praise species counselor, you pursued any further. Welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mogul Mog of great comfort to me and the elementals both. I'm sure you know the Mughals are not by nature a warlike race. Yet should their king be suffered to remain, it's likely that influence will bring about a change in them. Thus it does behove us to defeat him quickly before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. So you have selected regicide. When access to the king's sanctuary will only be nullified through use of enchanted keystones. The self-same method employed 5 years ago when the first king was summoned to Azoria. It was agreed through Regent Force that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the Guardians, who then held the Keystones for non possession at the time. But the Grist animals, however, we have spared that burden on this occasion. Kublai confided me that they've been entrusted with a set of keystones by Mughals guards themselves, yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I've been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs Alcohol's keystone. Pray go to him and beg him for assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. Impress upon him your great need, and I'm certain he will yield. You have selected regicide. That's a title. Oh, so how would you Oh, she told you that? Well, there's truly I'll do it. Take the ferry, Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Don't you dare lie to me, Koopa. I know what you're planning. I won't allow it. When you ask, the king will never decide, no matter how many crystals you bring him. You offer a choice, and decide to press by consorting with this aura. Prios, Gradin, Sils, you're no different than the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Koopa. Traitor to his king Mughal, he plots treason against the crown. Enough, Koopa. Koopa wants for his crime sooner, as will all who defy the good King Mughal. May his reign forevermore, Koopa. The king is planning to purge the tollwood of his enemies, Koopa. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to the Thorn March is deep within Realm Push, Koopa. If you take me there, I can nullify the word, but be warned, the Mughals guard set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Koopa. 3, she's healed. We're here. Don't see any more bases to you. Reface the King Kaba, then stop, close reward. Raise your hand and focus on like when you tune to it there. Right, Kuba, I'll open the way for you. First is up to you, Kuba. Now go and teach us foolish from who goes last and send the king back to whence he came. Now we wait. We won't take too long. Finally. So it's holiday. Not only adventure, I'd wager. We'll go guards arms, defend the king, Kupo. Music. Crap, crap. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. You did good, criminal. My soul rest in peace is no more. Sure to think what might have happened if you not stopped the Mongol's guard when you did. Thank you, Delta. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing a fairy tales. Rest assured that the Chutins will have choice words for them too. You should go tell Pokepok that the king is no more. Well, she's with Ray. Hill at Camp Trickle and can relay the news to the chieftain. And I went the wrong way. I select. Good dear blue eyes, good king will go. Smays make a favorite virtual serve as an example to all have fallen. Muguha knows you adept. I sense Rayona wishes to congratulate you as well, and she'll let you two speak without fear of interruption. Your service to Solva and the Murgles should not be forgotten, Delta. My sister would always wish to hear tale of your victory. But I turn Lois down and treat her to full account of today's events. Well, the deals are yet fresh in your mind. Yes, you're expecting me. I'm going to show you in. As you return unharmed and victorious, so have two reasons to be glad. Many questions remain unanswered. If you be so kind to oblige me, I've fain hear about what occurred in Thorn March. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a problem. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. It doesn't sound like any problem I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies within definition. The fact remains that the real combination of power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that by right should not exist. Moreover, what slaying said left no corpse. The aether which comprised him instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means Asians, this whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupo, they said it was a masked man who taught them how years ago, but Gardenia has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all! How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear, so long as the paragons to stir embers, fools to build the power, the crystals to feed the flames. Never again shall we suffer the problem of visitation, somber thought, but solitary one. Powerful thanks, Delta. Already information you provided has proven available. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Before you do, my lady, I was hoping to finish discussing that other matter. No matter what you speak, that is now but settled signs shall not want for sport. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Raven's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While you now remain discuss the prowlers of arrangement with the Elder Caesar, mayhap you could return the walking standard price incident of this transpired? Hmm. Good to see you healthy, Dills. I received word from Yida and Papa they filled the good King Mogul Mog 7th, the 12th, but I hope to your version of tales. So you said the summon by sea much used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ossians. No unfortunate incident did leave to serve a reminder, the old teacher of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time, my deck, Celta. I think that's enough. Mm. Mm. Mhm. Adventure report. Yeah, go get more spruce logs. Throw one. Let's see. What? She can get this stuff? Sure. I feel like I need this for something. Yep. Mm. I think. And then decide. come back, but I think I'm just gonna end it for now. Okay.